Start.
Good morning everyone. My name is Aditya.
My name is Chirag.
And today we are going to tell you about our thoughts about the future and what lies ahead. Over the past few years, air pollution in Delhi has been steadily increasing. Pollution as measured by the Air Quality Index or the AQI has been consistently very severe or hazardous categories. This is now seriously impacting the day-to-day life of citizens, whether it is by way of low productivity, reduced movement, adversely impacting the quality of life, or higher incident of pollution-related ailments.
If this continues unabated, we will fossil time in. Coastal areas might become submerged underwater, leading to displacement of huge populations. Due to global warming and deforestation, cities in the northern plains like Delhi and Noida might become barren wastelands and complete deserts. In the future, where air will be no longer breathable and no cultivation will be possible, millions of people would be left without homes, food, potable water, and access to modern technology. The large populations would get wiped out because of scarcity of resources, waterborne diseases, and effects of the pollution. The survivors will be then left to fight amongst themselves for these scarce resources. Strife and war will result. Millions will further die because of this. The human civilization will collapse, and we will go back to the pre-civilization era, the Dark Ages.
People all around the world would start to move upwards, high up in the mountains or deep in the forests. We will be living in harsh and cold weather and be exposed to the natural elements. This will impact our daily lives and lifestyle, since electricity, technology and other modes that make our life easier today will not be available. We will have to use methods that our ancient ancestors used millions of years ago.
Let's take an alternate scenario. Now, we have polluted our planet and life on Earth is impossible. Since we have such advanced technologies, a few fortunate people would move out into space and start colonizing on the moon. This will build a protective base so we can just live like on Earth. This has its own set of problems. What do you think the problems are? Over centuries, we would find it difficult to move around because our bones will become weak due to lack of sunlight, causing deficiency of vitamin D in our bodies. Also, the moon can get hit by several meteors. Technology will be our only support for survival, not only to move around but also to grow food. We will be totally dependent on the technology. We will be polluting the moon just like we did to Earth, as it will be a new dumping ground for waste from various resources.
If this paints an apocalyptic face of the future, it is not difficult to imagine that such a scenario may take place given the severity of the problems we face and at the rate which they are increasing. Our apathy towards environmental issues may only hasten our demise.
So what do you think the problem? So the big question is, are we ready for such a future, or do we need to make changes to save our habitat and in turn ourselves? The Delhi government and the central government have adopted some measures that may bring incremental changes. Measures like road traffic rationing, commonly called odd and even, is one of the implemented methods. Together with this, the government has also opted for increasing green cover alongside roads, promoting Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and cleaning of rivers and water bodies by introducing big missions like
can limit and stop the use of crackers on Diwali and other special occasions. We can put heavy emphasis on recycling of old materials. Usage of cars can be reduced by increasing public transport. Our elders should be aware of these actions to save the world.
The impending crisis in air and water pollution, waste management, and urban congestion must be urgently solved. If we don't do something right now, we will be damaging our natural resources in the present, and this will affect our future generations. If we don't take some actions right now, we will miss the opportunity of saving our earth from being destroyed. The start of destruction of our planet is visible by the increased health problems we are facing, though we have technology and wealth at our disposal. So what do you think we need to do to make our future better?
To make our future better, we need to be reasonable